So I was just wondering, it seems like you have been written in the Amazing Spider-Man comic for quite a while. I was wondering if there ever that you want to get it.
Are you ever going to write an Amazing Spider-Man comic again?
I don't think so. Occasionally they ask me to write some little thing, like they're doing some special something at Marvel, and they asked me to do a 5-page X-Men for a special purpose, and little things like that, but to do the entire magazine, I don't think I'd even have time. What am I doing? Oh, I do the newspaper Spider-Man, of course. I don't know if it's out here anywhere, but there is a newspaper strip, and I'm stuck with that.
Anyone who's else got a question for him?
Hey, what would you do if there were no questions and we're all sitting
I'd
here?
get to ask you some questions. Ask you about Brian Fisker.
I think you had a question there.
Just wondered what you think when writers kill off your characters.
What do you feel about writers killing off your characters?
About what?
Writers killing off your characters.
I hated it. When they killed Gwen. Oh, I felt bad about it. I had killed Captain Stacy, her father. And then I turned the book over to, I think it was Jerry Conway, and I had to go to England for something, and when I come back, I find out that Gwen had been killed. It looked like we had something against the Stacy family. Terrible, right? I wanted for a long time the readers to wonder who would he end up with, Gwen or Mary Jane? But that was killed. But she was killed. Boy, I'm a good writer. Look at this. How nicely I did that. That's a very lucky person.
I really want to put more movies on my jacket. I don't know if he will.
Say it again, I couldn't hear you. How'd you feel about Peter Parker dying in the Amazing Spider-Man?
I'll tell you a secret. If you don't tell anybody, he will come back to life. Nobody ever really, except Gwen Stacy, nobody ever really dies in comics. Not if they're heroes.
Right there.
Hi, is there ever a character that was developed or and you thought that it was going to be a failure or not as successful? Did it pleasantly surprise you?
Was
Was there ever a character that you didn't think was going to do as well, but was successful?
the only one? No, everyone I did, I knew would do
Oh,
well.
that was fiction.
Because I was good at it.
Yeah, that was
But there was one character that my publisher never thought would do well. Might as well tell the story. I had done Fantastic Four, and I had done whatever came after that, the X-Men or everything. They sold well. So my publisher said to me, why don't you come up with another superhero? So I thought, and I saw a fly crawling on the wall, and I thought, gee, it would be great to have a character that could stick to the wall like an insect. I thought, well, that's kind of good. So now I needed a name. So I thought Insect Man. I didn't have the glamour I wanted. Mosquito Man. Yeah. And then I got to Spider Man. I said, oh, that's it, I've got it. And then I decided to make him a teenager, figuring that'll make a lot of young readers relate to him. And then I thought it would be fun if he had a lot of problems, because most superheroes don't have many personal problems. So, now I have to start all over again, because they may have lost the train of thought. Just my name? So anyway, I brought that idea to my publisher, and I told them I had a character named Spider-Man, who was a teenager, and who had a lot of problems. He said, Stan, that is the worst idea I have ever heard in my life. He said, first of all, people hate spiders, so you can't call a hero Spider-Man. Secondly, he can't be a teenager. A teenager can only be a sidekick. And you say you want him to have problems? Don't you know what a superhero is? They don't have problems, they're superheroes. So I couldn't put the book out. But later on, I got my revenge. We were killing a book called Amazing Fantasy, I think. When you kill a book, nobody cares what the last, what you put into the last issue. So I figured I'll put Spider-Man in that issue just to get it out of my system. And we did it, and the book sold like crazy. And my publisher walked into me and he said, Stan, do you remember that character Spider-Man of yours that we both liked so much? He said, how about making it a series? And that's how Spider-Man was born.
Let's go over here.